Jump scare. Goodness. Hello, everybody. Okay, so to be completely transparent on that one, like, I hope it's gonna make sense whenever this becomes a video. I hope it will make sense to the people who saw my first reaction to your stuff, Wambu, because if you remember in that original reaction video, I went in through the door, went all like jump scare, but then I thought like I want to do that again for this one. How do I do it? And then I did that. But normally I would test it beforehand to like make sure that it sounded good. I have no idea how that sounded, so we're gonna find out in post. But anyway, boy, hey, first time chat of Josh here, welcome. Welcome to all of you, to both of you, and more of you, I'm sure. But seriously though, I do hope that sounded alright. Alright. Okay. There we go. Excited. It was great. Awesome to hear. So, we're basically in YouTube territory right now. So hello YouTube. Oh yeah, it you Wambu. Hello YouTube. My name is Johnny Inferno. Welcome back to the next well, not yeah, I guess the next reaction I'm gonna make to the Green Lantern boy himself, Wambu, which actually you can see right there in my chat. Say hi, Wambu. He did you. Hello. Sorry. Hope I'm not putting you on the spot or anything, Wamps. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, I've been very excited to be watching this. I've been waiting for a good time to sit down and watch this one. Don't look at me. Well, I'm about to look at you. Dude, I'm about to look at you, okay? Like right here, right there. I'm about to look at you, okay? Like, that's how it works. I'm talking to my wall. Anyway. But yes, for those of you who've been here before, as always, I have reacted to a couple of Wambu's videos, including his first spooky jump scare mansion reaction, his first ranking video, which was so much fun. I think it is actually one of my most viewed videos on my channel, like a ludicrous number. So I hope I'm gonna strike gold twice. No. I do also know that a bunch of you fellas out there have been nagging me in the comments. So many comments. But I appreciate, because it means that you all are actually looking forward to my reaction and the stuff to the video. So I appreciate all of you very, very much. Even the Wumps there has been messaging me a few times like, are you gonna get to it? Sorry, I don't mean to put you on blast. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, Wambu. Thank you for that. Oh my god, the one boy is indeed the boy. Anyway, before we start, a little monster ASMR for you guys, because that's usually what I drink on these streams. Oh, nice. Actually, to commemorate this, I'm gonna show off a new emote I have. Not like one of mine, but just one that was found recently, and I've added to my... There we go. Sponsored, not sponsored, but I wish I was. Alrighty. So, if you're ready, my dear friends, let us watch. Yeah, this is no doubt your 1 hour and 10 minutes. Are you okay, my boy? Are you okay? Like, damn. But without any further ado, Hordian is gonna teach us a Portuguese word apparently. If a person has the same name as you, okay, if I met another one named Johnny on the internet in Minecraft, you may call him your Chara or Kara. Is it Chara or Kara? It's like, is it a K sound or a Cha sound? Are we gonna go ha cha he chala? Are we going to do that or? Yeah, I was thinking Undertale as well. Cha. Okay. Venomade with the raid. Welcome aboard, my dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're watching a little bit of the Wambu, an extra ranking video for their Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion extra specimens ranked. And thus the lesson has been completed. Johnsky, your spooky Wambu reaction is that. Oh, you mean my viewers? Oh, the view count on my first video, 115,000. Huh? Oh, and Hordian, since my name is Joao, which is Portuguese for John, therefore God damn, we're Charas. That's really cool, actually. We don't have a word for that in Danish. That's actually pretty goddamn neat. I gotta say. But yeah, 115,000 views on that original video. Goddamn. Let's make Johnny Inferno trending. I appreciate the optimism, Venom, but I highly doubt. I may be a big boy, but I'm not a big boy, so. But yeah, let's get to it, shall we? Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, extra specimens ranked by the Wambu. Let's go.
Bear with me for just a sec. I promise the countdown will start soon. The game I'm about to cover is set to receive a big graphics update in the near future. For the most part, this doesn't influence my rankings at all, given that it seems to be purely cosmetic. So if the specimens in the HD version of Spookies look different at the time that you're watching this, it's because you've leapt into the future. And frankly, you need to do something about it, because this is a freaking you problem. Alright, that's all. Enjoy the video, everybody.
I did not know that. And it has been a while since I've played the game. I don't know if I'm too much of a wuss to go back and finish it, but we'll see. Oh, epilepsy precaution. The game I'm covering has an epilepsy warning when launched. While I'm doing my best to edit out in rapidly flashing images, I still advise viewers who suffer from epilepsy to take whatever precautionary measures they can. Let's get to it. I lost the game. Hordian! Now we've all lost the game. God damn it. Oh, and it's still not out yet. Ah, okay, but let's continue. Oh, also, yeah, prepare for me to pause a lot because I have a lot of things to say. So, yeah. What do you mean, Benno? I have played Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, I want jump scare in spite of jump scare being the name of the game I'm covering. Edit in a way they haven't made it since jump scares. Yes. Why do you run, chat? Wambu, do you have any idea how many times me and my friends quote that to each other? Your death is inevitable. Why do you run, child? Why do I run? Like, that joke, we quote so many times to each other.
No, seriously, why do you run? It's just me, stupid. It's the antlers, wasn't it? Or maybe the little fangs? Or the rib cage? Don't worry about this, okay? It's fake. It's real, and it hurt me so much. Trick or treat, by the way. I could seriously fuck up some crunch bars if you got any. Over. Specimen Wam reporting in, ready to scare the pants off of you. What do you mean they're off already? Put them back on. You've misread the situation.
Howdy doody, everyone. Wambu there.
Spooky! Wait, did you get, like, the voice actors? Actor?
A third-person intro. It's bold. It's different. An exciting new venture to
That's the real Spooky! God... Wambu! Oh, that is Kira, right?
No one has ever seen. For those of you who are long likes of which...
Oh, sorry.
It's different. An exciting new venture to uncharted territory, the likes of which no one has ever seen. For those of you who are longtime fans
Wait, I'm here too!
True, I guess.
Are you not going to acknowledge this?
Acknowledge what?
Hello, I am Spooky. And this is my home. Never mind, I'll just give it a sec.
Okay. For those of you who are longtime fans of viral indie horror or of, this channel, you might remember the game I'm about to cover. A cult classic released in 2014 and continually updated up to today. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Wait a minute. Spooky! You're Spooky from Spooky's House of
That took way too long. Not special anymore.
Howdy doody everyone, Spooky there.
Okay, it's kind of special again.
Sorry, I thought you were like a paid actor for some shitty bit I was doing, but you're literally Spooky.
In the, well, not flesh, but you know.
Oh, this is so cool. Why don't you do the intro then? Tell us about your game while I just dig in.
Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion is a game where my friends and I, kill you.
Never mind, you're bad at this and I don't have a mouth. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion.
Wait.
Kill you.
Wait.
Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion is a game where my friends and I, kill you.
Never mind, you're bad at this and I don't have a mouth. Spooky's Jump Scare
I love
Mansion,
it.
the game about trying to survive your way through 1,000 rooms while being hunted down by 13 different horror archetypes, or as the game calls them, specimenes, in the main game mode. The mode we're talking about today is about surviving your way through infinity rooms while being hunted down by the same 13 guys, along with a bunch of extra bozos. And
Still trying to eat that crunch bar. Aw. Also, I'm pretty sure that I'm like, God, what? I think I'm like just barely above 200 rooms. Last time I checked.
you know what? It's those extra bozos I've got my eye on today.
Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, extra bozos, ranked,
Exactly.
extra lit, more fan. Gone
What?
sexual?
Stop. Anyway, to
Okay.
explain, I've ranked the
No,
aforementioned...
we do not need that part of the... You know, I know that every fandom has that side of the fandom. We do not need to visit that side of the fandom. Okay, back to it.
13 main game specimens already, but the game actually has way more of them thanks to 2 DLC chapters that have come out since initial release.
Okay.
Ordinarily, it'd be a little weird to talk about them
Yeah,
since
I
they're
figured.
mostly one-off encounters in the context of the DLC. If only there was some kind of game mode where I could encounter most of these specimens in the style of the main game.
Endless mode.
I know, I was just building up suspense. Endless mode, where specimens from the main game, Karamari Hospital, and Dollhouse all team up to kill you, as well as bringing 5 more unique specimens into the fold.
You can rank all of the Karamari, Dollhouse, and Endless mode specimens. That sounds like a lot.
Kinda. There's a lot of weird nonsense I had to do in order to rank all these extra specimens in a way that made sense. So I did the worst thing. I made a list of rules, which I'll now begin to recite rapid fire.
I hate rules.
We're kindred spirits, you and I. Rule 1, specimens.
This is like... Before we get into this, I just want to quickly point this out. Like, when I saw Wambu's original specimens video, I knew, like, somewhat about... all of the specimens that were there. I knew about the puppet. I knew about, like, the worm spider thing. And, I knew about a bunch of them. These guys, I do not know any of them except for Otto the Otter. And that's because Wambu wouldn't stop shutting up about him in the first video. It's shutting about his, about the hatred that the one boy has for it.
This can't be from the main game.
Speaking of which,
That's
I wonder
kind of a
which
given.
would be
I
the
talked
lowest
about
one.
them already. Rule 2, specimens.
I should really stop talking.
Can't be from the main game. That's kind of a given. I talked about them already.
Yeah.
Rule 2, specimens must have an endless mode chase. Karamari Security Guard and Dollhouse Military Nightmares are off the table. Unfortunately, that eliminates friends.
Also, you have a gun? Huh.
As well. Cool specimen, but no endless chase. Maybe someday, though. Rule 3, I get to break Rule 1, but only once. Rules were meant to be broken, okay? This'll make sense later. Rule 4,
I do what I want. You don't get fucking say that. You're not the boss of me. You don't get to fucking tell me what to do.
I don't want to talk about the husks. They have an endless mode chase, technically, but they just kind of feel like minor enemies. And also, they're boring, and also they look like Bobby Hill. I don't want to talk about them.
That's my purse! I don't know you! You left yourself open, Otto.
Everything makes sense?
Eh?
Don't answer that. But yeah, here it is. Spooky's Extra
Don't
Specimens
answer that.
ranked from least good to least auto.
What?
Sorry, from most auto to most good.
Okay, whatever.
Say, Spooky, not for nothing, but why are you here?
To judge you harshly. This feels disorganized, and you seem like kind of a mess.
Very hurtful, but understood. Welcome aboard. Before we begin, could I get you to say something real quick?
Trans rights.
Okay, I'm glad you're here. This is awesome. Let's begin.
Hell yeah. Cheers to trans rights. Spooky says trans rights. Wambu, that should have just been like, that should have just been the name of the video. Spooky says trans rights.
Trans rights.
Hell yeah. I just noticed the Johnny in the corner. Oh, you mean up there? The very unique chat box.
Roll it.
We the best music.
Let's get this one out of the way.
Oh, I hate this disgusting, deplorable vermin. I will subject you to agony you've yet to imagine. I will fucking annihilate you. Oh, sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the harmless cartoon animatronic otter. You're a fucking bastard and you're gonna pay for your fucking crimes. On the topic, actually, these extra specimens have a distinctly different appeal than the main game ones. The OG specimens mostly have these momentous encounters, with usually at least a tinge of narrative buildup. It's like, some dude drowned and now the children are missing. Some woman died and now the children are missing. I am Cult Man and now the children are on fire. Spooky, there's a lot of child murder in your mansion.
A lot of child murder. Really? You don't say.
Anyway, the extra specimens aren't like that at all. They do not waste time for the most part. They show up, they're extremely jarring and unexpected, and they basically gun for you right away. Describing what does and doesn't work about each of them is odd, because they're arguably more intimidating than the main game specimens due to their unpredictability, but also fundamentally a little more shallow. The bar is arguably lower for them, but unlike the main game specimens, some of them do not even come close to clearing it.
Where are you going with this?
Otto the Otter's a scraggly little chode.
And there it is. You think maybe you directed a little too much hatred at him?
I don't stop till the otter falls.
He was a joke, and he kind of just got loose before he was dismantled. So he's just like, he's just around.
Oh, he's just a joke, you say?
Yes.
Oh wait, did Kira actually say that Otto was mostly like a joke character? It's like, he's not really meant to be intimidating or scary, it's just a spoof of Five Nights at Freddy's, basically?
I fucking hate you!
Spooky's a little loud in this entry, she'll get louder, quieter later on. Okay.
There's no way that's true.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I just want to be really, really mad. But yeah, it's true. Otto the Otter is a joke specimen. Apparently, shortly after the game initially released, the developer Kira got a bunch of people pestering them to make a Five Nights at Freddy's themed specimen. And they decided, you know what? We do a little bit of trolling. And that's the problem. Not the trolling part, the little bit part. We do a pinch of trolling. We do a single grain of trolling. Put simply, there's no joke here. I mean, yeah, Otto the Otter sucks. He's slow, does pitiful damage, and is the very opposite of imposing, but there's no gotcha. No moment where the irony really comes into focus. It's not a punchline or a fake out. The rug is still very much under you, and it's completely unpulled.
Wambu. I mean...
Wait. It's not a punchline or a fake out. The rug is still...
Well, boy, I appreciate it, but that's simply not true. I'm sorry.
Still very much under you, and it's completely unpulled. He still has a modestly spooky locale. He's still got the little pitch down laugh. He's not some quick gag you get until the real specimen shows up. He is the specimen for this encounter. It's a half-hearted enemy made for the sake of an ultimately half-hearted joke. And the only reason I get any sort of comedic mileage out of him is because I've dedicated myself so thoroughly to disproportionately hating him.
So the illusion finally breaks. See? It's not even authentic anger.
It's theatrical hatred, Spooky. I'm not just gonna barbecue the vermin. I'm gonna do it gloriously.
Hell yeah.
There's gotta be something to like, apart from just clowning on him.
Clowning?
Yeah?
Clowning. Clowning.
Clowning on
The clown.
The clown?
The clown?
The clown.
So,
The clown.
The clown.
Wait. The clown?
No, the clown.
Ah, the clown.
The clown.
The clown.
Clown.
The
clown.
I'm glad we could come to this agreement.
Okay. So the clown. The clown? Okay. I'm Wambu, I'm just the clown. Okay. Face off. Okay, sorry. Moving on. Face
This
off.
is a square.
Oh, you don't say.
Can you guess which spot the square goes in?
Oh,
Okay, I don't know if you're. Oh no, I will. I don't know if you're about to do the joke. I think you're going to.
hell yeah, I'm great at these. The square hole.
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
I'm unbeatable.
You did this. I hate and love that video so good. It goes in the square hole. Spooky even did the same inflection. Is that the right word for it? Inflection? I don't know, but
Well, how does he do it? How does he do
Now,
it?
how about this rectangle?
The rectangle hole.
The square hole.
Square
The
hole. That's
square
exactly what I was about to
hole.
say. I'm 2 for 2, baby.
Up next, we've got this baby.
Easy. The baby hole.
The ba-
Wait. Spooky, where the fuck did you get a baby?
Where does the baby go?
Back home to its loving family?
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
I'm fucking done.
Also, what in the Silent Hill is this? Huh?
I've never felt so aggressively pro-choice. There was a part of me that deeply wanted to discount this.
I don't know why that took me. I don't know why that took a second. I have never been so aggressively pro-choice. Oh, I don't know why. It's just bing, ah! And laughter ensued.
Thing from the list under a similar basis as the Husks. But unlike those guys, Babyface actually does feel like a unique standalone creature. And it has an endless mode chase for some reason.
Well, how else was I gonna housebreak him?
You don't housebreak a baby.
Sure you do. You break them in before they fit. Like
Ah.
some shoes.
I'm ignoring you now. I'm gonna start
Okay.
by giving credit where I shouldn't be giving credit. This design is pretty
Morning,
effective.
Patchy.
I hate it. Some people say Babyface is Silent Hill-esque, which is kinda true.
Why am I even here? Say all the things for me.
But it would be wrong to say that Babyface is
You
being
doing it.
directly influenced by Silent Hill. More accurately, Babyface and Silent Hill are both pulling from a similar source, in particular the works of Irish painter Francis Bacon. Babyface takes a lot of cues from Bacon's work, like the boxiness and the screaming face, and meshes them with more
Hordian, you're right. That means I said it first, so you're copying me, Wambu. Ha!
typical horror gamey accents, like all the jittering, the distorted mewling, and
Yeah.
the vaguely,
Oh,
vaginal-looking glitch face.
I didn't actually know you were gonna say that, but
This was another reason I considered leaving it off the list entirely, by
Yeah.
the way. At no point did I want to be in a video talking about a decapitated baby head and describing it as vaginal.
I can find a different word if you want.
That'd be horrible. Don't do that.
No, thanks.
Wow, you made
Okay.
it so much worse. Thanks,
Thanks,
Spooky.
Spooky.
The Gooters.
Stop.
What is happening? Why are we actually the same brain cell? What the fuck? Why are we actually the same brain cell?
Up.
All in a day's work.
So, yeah, I respect the inspiration, but I hate this design, and I don't know whether or not to censor it. Probably not, because the glitch face really is
The power of precognition, but very selective. By the way, Kira improv the Vagooder line that wasn't written. Oh,
just
God.
a UV error that Kira decided to keep in the game. That's not the main issue, though. In a kind of similar way to Auto, the issue is that it's its own specimen encounter, yet it's basically ineffectual. Its locale is a dark
Selective
room
and
with
random,
a catwalk that ends as quickly as it appears, and Babyface itself just kind of slowly floats towards you. If it gets in the way, hit it with the axe and it'll warp somewhere else. That's it. And look, you could argue that not every specimen needs to be overly complicated or anything, but part of the fun of Endless Mode is not knowing what specimen is next until you're literally in their locale. The main game goes in a distinct order, but in Endless Mode, I have no idea if the halls I'm wandering are gonna lead me to a John Carpenter film, or if I'll, get to stop for a slice, or if the Lord above will banish me to the depths of Arby's. To have all that anticipation build up to Babyface is the biggest anticlimax one could feel in this game. It's still better than Auto, because discomfort with a mix of disappointment is still more effective than a joke that aggressively does not land. But that's really more of a Pyrrhic victory than anything. Alright,
Like, you would rather be disappointingly disturbed than just bored, I guess. Mickey, I made that joke in the last video. Keep up.
aggressively does not land, but that's really more of a Pyrrhic victory than anything. Alright, I'm done with this guy. You ready to move on?
Wambu, what's a Q-Dinda?
I'm gonna fucking burn that iPad.
What do you say? I don't know. I don't know if I heard that correctly because of the voice much. I'm gonna have to hear that again.
You ready to move on?
Wambu, what's a Q-Dinda?
I'm gonna fucking
Pupenta. Oh, good thing I'm not English, because I don't know what that is.
burn that iPad.
I'm gonna stay linguistically ignorant.
You know, I'm not exactly against joke FNAF monsters or cursed Francis Bacon specimens on principle. With the right execution, I really do think any creative idea, no matter how stupid, can be good or even amazing. In the entire game, there was
What is the thing?
any creative idea, no matter how stupid, can be good or even amazing.
Oh, foreshadowing. Okay. Also, the reason why I may be leaning in against the window in a weird way once in a while is because the sun is glaring through the window and messing up my screen. So fuck you, sun. You're making my viewing experience worse.
In the entire game, there was really only one specimen who tested my resolve with that philosophy. In case you don't remember, this game came out in the early 2010s.
It's Friday, Friday.
Maybe this video game kinda sucks, actually.
Wambu, why would you do that? Why would you do that to me as a person? Alright, I'm fine, I get it! Or did you shut the hell up?
I mean, we all see the problem here, right?
Yeah, I don't know why people are scared of Rebecca Black. She's a total meme.
Who is scared of Rebecca Black?
You know, there's people out there.
Circa 2011?
Yeah, she can be kind of terrifying. Or so I've heard. Maybe they've got a point. Who knows?
Spooky, are you scared of Rebecca Black?
No. It's just that, you know, if you really think about it,
You're scared of Rebecca Black.
what fiendish schemes lurk behind her innocent smile as she gleefully waits, day by day, to the hour of reckoning known as the weekend.
She was a 13-year-old who made a dumb little song about cereal and bus
She
stops.
spends all that time waiting for the bus, just to rebel against society by getting in the car with her friends instead. And she specifically chooses the middle back seat. Why? Why? It's the only one that's not a window seat. JFK?
We digress a little over here. Man, oh man, does this feel like a retroactively shameful
Oh,
thing
wow.
we've taken part in. Given how pretty much all of the early 2010s mockery of this former viral child celebrity has aged like milk, I was
yeah.
primed to hate Becca pretty immediately. But to give sincere credit, this is actually played pretty straight. It's a pretty earnest attempt at making a scary creature. It's not just weird death battle cyberbullying or whatever the
Oh yeah, that death battle thing did not. Oh, that. The JFK was also. Kira's just been improving a lot, hasn't they? God
fuck
damn.
this guy was doing.
Friday, Friday, I'm so slutty on Friday.
In the Karamari hospital.
Now that was more disturbing than any video game monster. Ugh.
Hospital DLC, Becca basically just steals the endless hallway shtick from the Taker, but in endless mode she specifically ambushes the player at each exit door, creeping towards them slowly and then vanishing after a little while. Definitely creepy, but doesn't sound too difficult on the surface, right? Well, what if I told you that I've been withholding one of the unique mechanics of endless mode from you guys until now?
Because you didn't know how to work it into the intro?
Because I didn't know how to work it into the intro. Anyway, if you have basic game knowledge on how all of the specimens work, then endless mode sounds pretty easy on the surface. The twist, however, is that you can actually encounter multiple specimens at once. Ben could chase you at the same time as Otto, Goop could chase you at the same time as Siren, or you could get ganged up on by 3 or 4 specimens. Or in the best case scenario, 2 centipedes. The point is that in the context of endless,
2 of the littlest many-eyed boy. Oh joys.
mode, specimens don't have to just stand out on their own. We can factor in teamwork,
oh my God,
chemistry, but 9 times out of 10, the solution is that we all die horribly, together, as friends. Becca is a particularly nasty specimen to combo with one of the more direct chase-oriented specimens, as having your exit blocked off even for a little bit can be incredibly anxiety-inducing. Hell, in some of the shorter rooms, you may even have to tank Becca's attacks in order to avoid damage from an even stronger specimen. She ends up landing right on the borderline between terrible and kinda okay.
I don't know why YouTube just did that, or if the audio was... I'm sorry.
Because while she works as an obstacle that's occasionally tough to surmount, every time I find myself being a little freaked out by her presence, I remember that the game is attempting to frighten me with an objectively overhated child star, and I'm just taken right out of it.
Right.
Like, come on, this isn't a horror reference. It's a real living person with feelings.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
I mean, would this be an insult, or would it be a compliment?
She's a powerful and scary monster. It's a compliment.
Wait. That's Rebecca Black nowadays? Talk about a glow up. Also, I love her jewelry. All the small tattoos and things around her arms. Like, alright. Good job on you, Rebecca.
I guess we could ask her.
Ask her? Wambu, no, do not summon her.
Because you're not scared of her.
Because I'm not scared of her.
Well, then we should be fine to call her. Oh, wait, never mind. Guess I'm not doing that. Man, I could have had 2 cool cameos in here. Well, at least I still got...
I wanted to get a Rebecca Black cameo, but... Damn, dude, you're just trying to reach. Also, yes, I did see Neville Longbottom's actor after he grew up. The glow up of the century. God damn.
Spooky? Spooky. Guess I'm down to 0 now.
Aw. You're up to 1, because you have me.
Who else is on this website, actually? Am I on here? No, that'd be dumb. Why would I be on here? Oh, hey, you're back.
Black, as in Rebecca Black?
No. Back. As in Rebecca back.
Okay, I was about to take this box and run away again.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Wait,
where
trademark Konami Group Corporation. What?
Get that?
In the creepy basement of some small-time game studio.
It says trademark Konami Group Corporation ... kinda.
Not anymore.
I don't know if that's how intellectual property works.
Hey, check this out.
Oh, look.
It's mine now.
Oh, jeez.
What? Oh, no, they didn't.
Spooky, you can't do this. You're just doing a plagiarism.
What?
It's not plagiarism. She was a free agent.
A free agent? She's an idea that was conceptualized by a totally different studio.
She's her own woman, and she needed a new place. Now she's uncanceled, and she gets to be on my payroll. She's moisturized and thriving.
You have a payroll?
Okay, don't tell the specimens, but I don't have a payroll.
I kind of figured.
Okay.
Anyway, if you remember the concept behind...
Oh, I just looked to my right and realized I could have made a very easy joke. Or not even a joke, just a reference. But for the other bit, like the entire thing is a Five Nights at Freddy's reference. I got FNAF right here. Look how terrifying he is.
Lisa from PT, then you can probably infer the general concept of Lisa from Spookies as well. You know, endless hallways, scary breathing, a bit of a bobblehead, but with a few significant differences to the game's credit. Lisa never actually goes right into the chase like most of the other specimens on the list. Instead, she gives like 15 rooms of build-up with the unsettling red glow and the raspy breathing. She also enlists the help of my guy Specimen 1 to leave some ominous warnings. I've been watching you
for a while now. Why even bother filling your lungs? Medium deep dish with pepperoni and jalapeno.
Wait, I don't get that one.
Sorry, that's for me. It's for our dinner plans later.
Wambu, did you get the voice? How many people you have in this video? It's a zombie sleeping. It's the voice of Lisa. Good on you, zombie sleeping. That actually creeped me out for a quick bit there. Love to be. Oh, thank you. Glorious beard, I know.
Could you get me just a small plain pizza?
What? Finish your video.
I will. I just want pizza.
It's the middle of
I can cover it. I can cover it.
Fine, I'll get you a pizza.
Thank you so much. I love you. Once the chase starts proper, there's some pretty big differences from PT as well. Namely, that in order to survive your encounter with Lisa, you must keep your eyes on her. If you...
Oh, God damn it. She will disappear after a little while, but that's a trick. She won't actually move very far unless you stop looking. So, kind of still the puppet sort of thing.
If you take your eyes off her even for a second, she'll very quickly...
Oh, Kira and their wife actually did get me a pizza after premiere was... Really? That... Kira sounds like a goddamn riot and a goddamn gym. Holy shit. Massive props to him.
Start wailing on you. If you're aware of the main game specimens, she's effectively a more unforgiving version of Ben the Merchant. And spoiler alert, she's not even the only specimen on this list to lift her gameplay mechanics from Ben. We'll get to the other one later, but in spite of being probably the most dangerous of the three, she's also the worst of the three, unfortunately. Aww. Encountering Lisa is an utterly miserable experience, and it's for one very specific reason. Okay. During the duration of her chase, she will prevent the room counter from going up. You know that 15 room buildup I mentioned earlier? Well, you better hope you can make it to a checkpoint elevator in that time. Otherwise, you're stuck with her for 20 more rooms that won't even count to your final score. And most specimens aren't just one-off encounters. That would be fine in Lisa's case, but no. She will rechase you, adding more and more uncounted rooms to your final score.
Oh, that's
and
just
sucks
mean.
To rank her this low, because she's legit one of the more threatening specimens in the game, and she has a lot going for her. I like her scary build-up, her chase theme is pretty freaky, and her game over screen is even pretty cool. But
again, sorry for people on stream and on YouTube for me pausing so much. You cannot dream without darkness. You cannot wake without pain. Tear off your foolish disguise.
But by the third or fourth time she appears on the rechase, my sense of fear is quickly replaced by overwhelming irritation. It's not uncommon for people to just sack their endless mode runs if they get Lisa first, and honestly, I totally get why.
Here's your pizza. Lisa left a little note on it.
Oh, okay. It says, you're a
meanie, and you don't deserve pizza.
Yeah, feels bad.
Lisa is Anki.
On the topic of potential upsets,
Lisa, Wambu, you made Lisa Anki. How dare you?
I don't get it.
Tirsiak. Did we just enter an entirely different game? What is this mobile character doing here? Huh?
I've had a lot of people tell me that Tirsiak is their favorite specimen, and I just don't really understand it. And this isn't me trying to come from a smug sense of superiority or anything. Oh, Wambu's on another mental level. He's different. He's free from the groupthink. No, I want to get into the groupthink. I just want to have normal, agreeable opinions for once in my life.
My favorite Kirby power is the curling stone. Is the God damn it, I don't even remember what damn, I don't even remember the joke. God damn it. Damn it. I don't even remember the meme. Damn it.
And to be fair, all these specimens from this point onward have at least a couple qualities I really like.
All right, the hockey puck. Fuck you, Wambu.
About them, and that includes
Yeah,
Tercy.
just hit
Her
it.
chase has a very distinct vibe thanks to the weird cyan mist that seems to follow her, and the percussive jungle-ish chase theme.
But still, like, I'm just still confused about this because, like, she's not like, she doesn't look like a specimen. Like yes, every specimen has their own like thing, but they still look like monsters in their own ways. This doesn't look like a monster. This looks like a fairy that got lost. Which, again, don't make me wrong, fairies are still goddamn horrifying if you look into their original lore. But apparently Kira wanted to make something cute. I mean, I guess. Just very, kind of totally clashing.
It's this strange blend of animalistic and vaguely cosmic, accentuated further by these shadowy animals that block your way during the chase. Still, I don't think I'm seeing what everyone else is seeing.
Oh, I'm Wambu. I need things that are fun and good, and my body's 25% candle wax. I'm so ace, I made the waifu specimen. What a cop out.
Oh, that's how you want to do this?
That's how I want to do this.
Oh,
Alright, I'll tell you exactly what I don't like about Terziak.
Oh, jeez. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just didn't even know I had knuckles to crack.
Do you want, like, a Band-Aid or something? Do you need some milk?
No, I'll be fine, thank you. I've made it no secret that Spookies is
that boy needs some milk.
chock full of horror references. Even in this list, we've already seen FNAF with Otto and PT with Lisa, but Terziak seems to take her concept from a very interesting source.
Oh, eh?
See, there's this horror game I'm a fan of called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion.
Run, child.
Why do you run?
Yeah. A forest spirit with an outdoor woodsy locale talking to you throughout the chase and trying
What?
to feed you to their animals. I'm sorry, but we've walked eerily similar ground before. And look, I love the Dear Lord a lot, but that doesn't mean you could just dress up like him and get a pass.
Look who's talking.
No, this is different. This is different, okay? It's a joke, okay? I'm doing it to be cute. I'm gonna be funny. I'll be hilarious one day. You'll see. You'll all see.
You done?
Right, so look, even if I loved Dear Lord so much that I wanted there to be two of him, Dear Lord is super scary and imposing. Terziak is a cartoon fairy girl. Not
Yeah.
that there's anything inherently wrong with cute little cartoon characters. But if I'm meant to be intimidated by it, just prima facie, sorry, but that ain't happening.
No.
Apart from all that and the admitted jankiness of some of the shadow animal hitboxes, Terziak's chase is still pretty good from a gameplay
Apparently they
standpoint.
didn't, though, cause the fans. I wonder if they just love Terziak cause ooh, pretty fairy waifu girl. Like, I get it. She's just very kind of clashing with the rest of the. I don't know.
And that's why she made it this high at the very least.
I don't know, I still don't get it.
Nuh-uh, you do get it, and I don't get it, and that's the problem. You made fun of me for it earlier.
Oh, so I should keep making fun of you then.
Exactly. Wait, no.
You're a buffoon.
I've played myself.
Congratulations, Wambu. You played yourself.
Hey, Spooky.
Yeah? What's up?
Yeah.
Tell me what I'm looking at.
I got nothing.
Aw, Charles is sleeping.
Spooky, I'm officially banning you from going anywhere near babies for the rest
I'm so ace. I hate the waifu specimen. It was another Kieran pro. Hell yeah.
of the video.
What? Just because I boxed one and stretched the other?
Yeah, because you boxed one and- wait, you did what?
Wait, what? What? We went from fairy waifu girl to that. Hell to the now, now, na na now. Hell to the now, now. Strimchy. Strimchy, man.
I can't believe we really gotta deal with 2 baby-themed specimens here. I wonder how Josh and Ari are doing.
Who?
If you know, you know.
Do they have babies I can steal?
Spooky?
No.
You
No.
know, for as
No.
much as I think the rules I've set here make the most sense for a list
Why is it so fast? Oh my god, it actually like sprinted.
like this, it is kind of a shame that I had to nuke several of the dollhouse specimens in order to do it. But if we had to keep only a
Oh, you got Ari's permission for that joke. Good on you. Good on you.
couple qualified, I'm glad Wormy Charles got to be among
Oh
them.
my
Wormy
god.
Charles. That's such a dumb name.
Did you name him that?
Yeah, I did such a bad job.
I like the name.
That's because you're a silly little guy.
I know. Wormy Charles is the first and arguably most memorable major encounter in the
Eh.
Dollhouse DLC. Man, what a gruesome little weirdo.
Oh my god.
He's getting like tied into a little pretzel. The Dollhouse DLC takes place in
Also, I just saw that if you can make him run at a certain angle, you can make him narrow to run.
one consistent map, so in that mode he doesn't really chase you through multiple rooms. Instead, he prowls the main area, doing his own thing until
Alright, you didn't redeem. Why didn't that happen? That's weird. Redeems have been working before. Well, you know what, Mickey? Mickey, I'ma do it for you real quick.
No.
He's a wiggly little ninja. God damn it.
he spots the player. You'd think a specimen like that wouldn't really work in a game mode where you're constantly going through new, continuous rooms, but Wormy sure found a way to adapt. At the start of each room, Wormy will spawn in a semi-random spot, most of the time notably ahead of you, and he won't actually chase until he sees you. Sometimes he spawns in some random corner you can easily bypass, but the other, much worse situation is that he spawns ahead of you in a narrow hallway, and you gotta juke the boy fast, because that train's gonna come barreling at you in a couple seconds. You can't really outrun him much, but you can typically avoid his attacks if you just...
He kind of looks like if Creepypasta Thomas the Tank Engine actually left like the train itself. Nah.
Just stay on the move and occasionally burst ahead. You could also kill him. Just, you know, axe that baby right in the dome. That's fucked up.
What is it with this? What is with this video and dead babies? So many babies. Why with the babies?
It's an option, though, but it takes like 10 swings and you have to hit him in just the right spot. If you're being chased by any other specimen at the same time, it's not a great idea.
Oh
You suck
my
with the
God.
axe. Also probably not a great idea. Don't be the guy who loses the 1v1. Be like me. I've mastered the art of axe murdering this baby. Please don't clip that. Point is...
That's gonna be taken so out of context, and I goddamn fucking love it. Let's hear that again.
Be like me. I've mastered the art of axe murdering this baby. Please don't clip that. Point is, depending on context and skill level, you'll likely be flanking your way around this slimy, slinky slug baby. Similarly to my praises for Parasite, Wormy brings a unique, uncomfortable vibe to the table that I really appreciate, especially considering his kill method.
Strenching?
If Wormy Charles lands the killing blow, the player is treated to one of the more notable moments of body horror in the game, with this text blurb going in.
Form within form writhes and pulses. Skeletal sinews stretch outward from beneath the skin wrapped around it. It pulls until the skin's elasticity fails ultimately. From these small holes, the tendrils of bone finally escape. You are finally free of this constricted bag of flesh. Kira knows how to write creepy poetry. God damn.
Into gruesome poetic detail about your stretchy demise. But uh-oh, what's this? I'm putting on my media critic glasses. We're not talking about the negatives now. We're getting even-handed up in here.
Okay.
Humble opinion. I believe Wormy is substantive yet bland.
Yes.
You referenced the guy. You referenced that Ruby video? Oh, I fucking love that Wambu. I love that.
Quite. He's subtle, yet abrasive.
He's
Oh, yeah.
wormy, yet Charles.
We're really good at this.
I know, right?
In all seriousness, while I
Quite.
really like Wormy, I think he suffers a bit from substance over style. He's a really cool monster conceptually and mechanically, but his presence just doesn't feel as momentous as it should be. Like Babyface, he sometimes feels like he's just kind of there. His locale is
I do love the detail of like whenever he's close to a wall, his hand goes up to like run against it. I do love that animation detail. Wambu guy.
both short and entirely generic, and he doesn't even have a proper chase theme. Maybe if something played once he notices you, that'd add a little bit more tension to his
Ooh, kind of like again, I'm sorry I paused so goddamn much, but I have opinions and I do not want to be one of those reactors who just talk throughout the entire freaking video. But I kind of like the witch from Left 4 Dead, who like has a theme for like when she's docile and then a theme for when she sees you and chases you. It could have been something like that.
counter, but I don't know. Anything you want to add, Spooky?
Bernie Charles is very stretchy. He's like those I can't think of anything. Those stretch toys that you pull.
I mean, yeah, okay, cool. Thumbs up for Wormy.
I'm happy you like the pauses. Also, I would have made like a stretchy Armstrong joke maybe.
Easily the better of the two baby specimens.
How dare you choose between your kids? You're a bad parent.
They're not my kids.
Oh yeah. How dare you choose between my kids?
They're not yours either. You stole them, remember?
Finders keepers.
Oh my god.
I legally found these babies where they were in this weird box thing in a building with a bunch of other babies, and it's weird no one goes in and takes them. That was the hospital you stole kids from. What do you mean a hospital? It's a big plus sign. It means I can add more babies. I don't know where that joke came from. I'm very sorry.
Hey, so who do we got next?
Spooky, I swear to god, if you stole a third child...
What? No, this is just a doll. Relax.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay then.
I can take a hint, okay? Apparently, I can't do anything right, so I'm not even gonna try anymore.
It's not personal, Spooky, it's just... you shouldn't kidnap babies.
No, I get it. No one thinks Spooky can be mature. No one thinks Spooky can be responsible for another life.
Completely true.
I guess from now on, I'll stick to the inanimate, so I don't destroy the future of any more promising youths.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Also, I realized that joke was sorry. I realized it halfway through. I was like, nah, I gotta commit to it.
I don't feel sorry for her. Have you guys ever wondered...
Wambu, I ruined everything!
how?
Can I get a fuck to the no? What the hell?
Possessed doll. Never knew. Could have happened to anybody.
Where'd you get that?
A coven of witches sold it to me for €7 and 2 fingernails.
Yeah.
Again, how did I talk about the Left 4 Dead witch? And there's the Left 4 Dead witch! Sorry, I'm burping from all the brain juice. God damn it.
Yeah, could have happened to anybody.
Could have happened to anybody.
Earlier, I said only a couple dollhouse specimens made...
goddamn,
yeah. Where'd you get that?
A coven of witches sold it to me for €7 and 2 fingernails.
Yeah. Could have happened to anybody.
Could have happened to anybody.
Earlier, I said
Okay.
only a couple dollhouse specimens made the list, and by sheer coinky-dink, we're talking about them both back to back. Now, I already know what some of you are going to say. Wambu, you said earlier in the last entry that Wormy Charles was the most memorable dollhouse encounter. Why is this dumb old doll even higher on the list? Y'all are just so fucking thirsty to contradict me all the time. Well, slow your roll, why don't ya? I saw it coming this time. I saw you all coming. Don't clip that either. I do think Wormy Charles is generally the more memorable creature, but that doesn't necessarily mean his sister here is the worst specimen. If anything, it kind of makes her the sleeper pick for this list. The one whose quality didn't spring immediately to mind, but revealed itself more and more when stacked up against everyone else. Gotta get one thing out of the way here. When it comes to aesthetics that one could use for horror, babycore is my least favorite one. Scary babies, scary dolls, scary baby dolls. do? I'm a scary baby. I got childhood trauma all over my bib. Is it a pacifier or the barrel of a gun? Either way, I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Look, I just don't like it. There are exceptions, obviously, but the point is that before playing Dollhouse, I kinda expected to not feel it as much as the main game, or Karamari. But Hook Doll reminded me of two things. One, it's a game by Akuma Kira. It's not gonna be edgy babycore shit, it's gonna be surreal atmospheric horror. Or it's gonna be stupid as fuck. And two, I really like surreal.
Excuse the fuck did I just see? What? What?
Atmospheric horror. Or it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. Wambu, is that Akuma Kira doing a live stream or something with a, I guess an avatar of their OC with Markiplier's screaming face on it? Is that what I said? Yes, I thought as much. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Be stupid as fuck. And two, I really like surreal atmospheric horror. Oh yeah, this is my shit. Inject it straight into me, Doc.
Oh yeah, and surrealist atmospheres and everything, where everything is like weird and trippy and everything. Oh, that's the good shit.
Whoa, hey there.
Do you feel anything?
No.
Is it because you don't have a bloodstream?
Yeah. Hook Doll has such a haunting, quiet vibe.
Wait, I actually thought, if one were to get you high, Wambu, since you are, you know, a lantern with fire and stuff, what if they took like some weird dust or something and threw that into like your head? Oh no, I mean like your lamp self. It's like we're throwing some weird dust and stuff into it and burn like that. This is a weird train of thought. I'm gonna stop and continue.
Her chase theme is super low-key, and there's this blue haze everywhere, making everything darker and harder to see. It all feels otherworldly. And as for Hook Doll herself, well, remember the Weeping Angel specimens I brought up earlier? I said before that there were 3 of them, but there are actually 3 of them. Nothing's changed. I only bring them up because Hook Doll...
You hooks, I thought you were about to pull out the rug from under me, but actually, you pulled out a sacred rug under me I didn't even know was there. Damn.
Is exactly the opposite of them. She's not a weeping angel, she's
Dunktastic demon. That's what they're called. I'm the monster collector here. I know these things.
Okay, fine. She's a dunktastic demon, I guess. The point is to not look at her or else she approaches. If she gets close enough, she will attack and also drain your health in super small increments. She spawns at a random position in the room, so you'll never quite know where not to look. You could always chance it or take the...
Okay, so kind of like a reverse Weeping Angel. Actually, if I want to be even more nerdy, she is like the, oh my god. Oh god, the SCP fandom's gonna be angry at me again. Because I didn't remember Radical Larry. The Shy Guy. I was trying to remember his number because I want to be extra nerdy. Yes, she's like the Shy Guy. Don't look. Do not look. Do not perceive. Do not use your... As many fanfic authors would say, do not use your shining orbs to...
Safe approach and keep looking down. Viewers, meet my buddy, The Ground. I visit...
Shy Guy is not a 3000. He's like, I think it's like 096 or something.
Him when I want to know nothing about the world around me. On her own, Hook Doll is not much of a threat, but with another specimen, her ability to limit your vision can be super dangerous.
Sorry, I'm gonna harp on this on a little bit. If he was a 3000 or something SCP, he would have been a world ender. And honestly, I'm talking to the weird little branch of the SCP fandom that's apparently in my comment section. I am honestly tired of the world-ending SCPs. Okay, can we please go back to the more grounded and more like, I was about to say more realistic, but just like the more grounded, short stories sort of SCPs, and not everything has to be a world ender. We can have just monsters and weird creepy things. Not everything has to be like a demon or a god or whatever.
No.
Shut up, I'm saying a thing! I'm completely derailing. Let's go back a bit so I can actually listen. I'm sorry, Wambu.
I visit him when I want to know nothing.
Wait.
Viewers, meet my buddy, the ground.
Oh, right.
Feels
There we go.
otherworldly. And as for Hook Doll herself, well, remember the Weeping
Alright,
Angel specimens I brought up earlier? I said before that there were 3 of them.
3,000
There are
then
actually
onwards.
3 of them. Nothing's changed. I only bring them up because Hook Doll is exactly the opposite of them. She's not a Weeping Angel, she's
Dunktastic Demon. That's what they're called. I'm the monster collector here. I know these things.
Okay, fine. She's a dunktastic demon, I guess. The point is to not look at her or else she approaches. If she gets close enough, she will attack and also drain your health in super small increments. She spawns at a random position in the room, so you'll never quite know where
yes.
not to look.
Okay.
You could always chance it or take the safe approach and keep looking down. Viewers, meet my buddy, the ground. I visit him when I want to know nothing about the world around me. On her own, Hook Doll is not much of a threat, but with another specimen, her ability to limit your vision can be super dangerous, especially with faster chase specimens like Subject 5 or obstructive specimens like Wormy Charles. That about covers execution, but Hook Doll has quite a bit going on under the surface conceptually as well. And to explore that, we're gonna need to address a rather unexpected source.
West Berlin?
No. Wait, yes, actually. What the
Wait, what?
fuck?
What?
Supernatural horror film Suspiria, originally made in 1977, but given a new version in 2018. I hadn't heard of it before making this list, but this movie inspired Hook Doll, which sounds kind of weird at first.
What?
It's about an American who travels to Germany to attend a dance academy, but of course, all is not as it seems. So like, how is this movie related to dolls? It's not, which is unfortunate, because that means it's related to hooks. In one scene, the main character is made to perform this intense and elaborate dance, while a character in a separate room is seemingly ravaged and mangled as the dance progresses. She gets twisted up like a pretzel rod. It's really gross. I won't show it. But later on, her body is discovered by the other matrons and is impaled and dragged away on large hooks. I find this element of Hook Doll particularly fascinating. Based on her kill screen, we can assume she's possessed by the spirit of a starved, abused,
A wicked, nasty child was thrown into a pit. No food, light, or water was ever given to it. Punishment was dealt without mercy or hesitation, as if justified by faith or ownership from creation. It was no righteous act. It was hellish, demon sent. Eventually all will find out in eternal torment. Alright.
an abandoned child.
Dark.
Granted, not the most original concept for a spooky doll, but it does kinda shine a poetic light on the Suspiria reference. In a game filled with monsters based on cultural horror figures or specific kill methods like Wormy Charles with stretching, Hook Doll is the only one based specifically on the
just warning, the next entry is particularly unhinged. Okay. Gonna try and lessen my... I'm prepared for it now. Thank you.
the disposal of a body.
Wambu, I watch Maxor videos. I can handle a little bit unhinged.
And whether that's deliberate or just a weird coincidence, it's a smart detail that adds another layer of bleakness behind an already pretty haunting specimen.
Wow, that really sucks, actually. Maybe it's a good thing that the doll ended up in our care, instead of just being left alone.
Yeah, maybe we ought to refurbish it a little. She has tetanus.
Oh god.
The wounds left from her hooks have already developed serious bacterial infection.
What should I do?
Apply an injection of metronidazole around the infected area.
Huh?
Does she even have a bloodstream?
Weirdly, yeah.
Also, was that trauma center music? I'm pretty sure that was trauma center music.
Whew. Operation successful. We yassified her. She's beautiful. Now you get out there and you slay and you serve. You cutty queen. I don't know if I can say that.
You can't.
I did a great job today, Spooky. I deserve a treat.
You what?
I deserve a treat.
A treat.
Like a fave.
A fave?
Yeah, I did a great job today.
Yeah.
Where are you
Oh
getting
my god, just don't you put the cups on your antlers. That's good.
We're already here.
Your treat is at a morgue?
I'm gonna pick out one of the bodies.
You're gonna pick
What?
out one of the bodies?
I'm gonna pick out one of the bodies.
You can't just pick out one of the bodies.
This one. I'm picking this one.
Wait, you're literally being chased by a body bag?
taking the Golden Sleeper Award for why in the gosh diggity fuck do I like this specimen so much.
What?
We have the body bag. I guess we go from the disposal of a body to the storage of a body. In a weird way, trying to hyper-rationalize my love of body bag feels a bit counterintuitive when the
It looks like you're being chased by the softest sarcophagi ever.
simple truth is that he hardcore passes my vibe check. Honestly,
really?
what if I just said that I really like him and left it at that?
Everyone would probably find that super unprofessional.
But they'd want me to do it anyway.
No, they'd probably think you were bad at what you do.
They'd say, hey, Wambu, old buddy, old chum, sometimes the omnipresent power of love needs no justification.
They'd want to watch you squirm as you try to explain yourself.
Okay, well, I guess I could do that too. Back in my last Spookies list, I got accused
Hey,
of being an
Wambu,
overthinker
chum.
a lot, and I am, but it's just because overthinking is fun. I don't really think there's anything wrong with looking deeply into a piece of media that was never intended to be all that deep. But the flip side is that sometimes the surface level pieces can just be enjoyable enough on their own. Body Bag is an inexplicable undead creature that found its way into the morgue of Karamari Hospital, but there's really not much more to it conceptually. In the Karamari DLC itself, it shows
Oh,
up
God.
for like 15 seconds and never gets expanded
So more
on
than
past
one?
that. That aside, in Endless Mode, it comes through as one of the faster chase specimens, with an intimidating design, an eerie fog effect, and probably the coolest sounding chase theme in the entire game. Yeah, I just think the body bag
Okay.
is straightforwardly pretty great. What do you think, Spooky?
The body bag sucks, and he's just in one chase sequence. He generally sucks. He's just a body bag.
You know what? You're right. We should do something about it.
What do you
Oh.
mean by do something about it?
Writer's Room. We'll make a backstory right
Oh.
here, right now.
Wambu,
What?
can we do this?
Why not? You're Spooky. You're the titular character, the
Why not?
mastermind behind the mansion. You're even voiced by the game's
This two backstories on the wiki, by the way. Kira and Sheena both accepted it as canon. Oh boy!
original developer.
I don't know what you mean. I'm Spooky and I voice myself.
You turned the voice changer off by mistake.
Oh, sorry. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm spooky and I voice myself.
Point is, you can do what you want with your mansion. Have some fun.
I don't know.
Or you could leave all the creative writing to me.
I'm in.
Thought so.
Yeah.
Hours later.
This might have been a mistake.
Read it. Read it.
I will. I just gotta transition into it real quick.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go. While the body bag has a lot of things to love on the surface, there's also his amazing backstory that I just remembered about and did not make up.
Here it comes.
Okay, let's see here. How a Body Got the Bag by Spooky, parentheses, Wambu helped.
I'm so excited.
It's your debut as an author. How could you not be?
Keep going. Keep going.
The body was a man. He was 7'11" and worked at 7-Eleven due to his optimal height. He could spit a whole 3 yards and held his high school record for most drugs not done. This is character establishment for the main character. You don't need to say that, Spooky. They already know that from context.
I won't be taking criticism at this time.
Fair enough. One day, his job didn't pay him, and he ran out of health insurance. Because he was in America, he was boned. I like this part. It feels relatable.
Thank you.
He then decided to die before life could kill him, so he bought a body bag off of Amazon from a bald Albuquerque man who just recently stopped being dead.
Seems pretty sus.
Yeah. It was then that the body met the bag. He climbed into it for the first time and immediately felt his energy draining. Over time, he stopped being able to move. He was still alive, but his body started to decay. The bag was parasitic and was slowly absorbing the body's life force. His skin tone turned dull. Skin grew over his mouth, and he became bald like Mr. Albuquerque.
It all comes full circle.
In spite of it all, the body remained alive. Eventually, he was found and taken to Karamari Hospital. The body thought maybe he could be saved and released from the bag, but things quickly went downhill. The body couldn't communicate, couldn't be released from the bag, and couldn't move unless the bag specifically willed it. Eventually, he was given up on and tossed into the morgue forever. And then it says, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Why does it end like that?
A bit of comic relief. You made it all scary and sad at the end.
What can I say? I was feeling edgy.
So that's it then?
I mean, there's still a wiki page to be edited, but yeah, how do you...
The part about spitting a whole 3 yards and having the most drugs not done was added by Kira. Okay, so I thought that was, with the way that it started and went on, I thought it was about to just be like, okay, it's just a joke background, but then it actually got kind of creepy pasta, but in a good way. It's like the body bag itself was somehow alive. Like the bag was somehow this like weird parasite that fed on the body heat and whatever. It's like that was pretty fucking cool. That was pretty cool.
Do you feel?
I don't know. Proud? Kinda feels like we just made fan fiction, though.
Well, I personally think we did a great job and that
Yay.
we deserve a treat.
No. No more treats, Wambu. No more treats.
But the Wambu want treats. Give the one boy a treat.
Before we dig into the top 5, I think it's important to remind the viewers of a certain thing that happened earlier in this video.
Oh.
And lo, me Wambu. Rule 1, the dead bodies are under the floorboards. Rule 2, there are no rules. Spooky gets to kill you whenever she wants. Rule 3, I'm leaving. Spooky gets my channel now. So long, Wambu.
I just spilled monster over my hand. One moment. Luckily, I have some stuff here to clean. You did a so long gay Bowser joke. Oh god. But I think I remember what you're about to talk about. That like, no, the main specimens are not gonna like. The main specimens are not gonna be included, but one of the main specimens are gonna be included, like sort of thing.
I don't remember that.
It happened. Trust me.
You know, my memory is not what it used to be, but I think I'd remember getting
Just let me have this.
Wait, I remember now. What was rule 1? It's time for you to die.
Oh.
What did you get?
Guess what?
Oh,
But
you again.
what that evolved ring? Oh. Oh.
Man, why couldn't it have been Bab? I wish it was Bab.
What?
Bam,
You got something
bam.
against ghost girls now?
Yes, you're very irritating.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm in Ringu's locale again. Try to ignore the fact that I am holding a gun. That's a glitch. I'm not supposed to have that. If you see the gun in the footage,
For his neutral special, Wambu uses a gun.
don't worry about it. Just don't even worry about it. Pretend it's not even there. Placing Ringu in the top 5 feels like I'm rebelling against my own taste in a sense. I was not that fond of her when I made my first Spookies list. She only barely made my top 10, and if I made that list today, she would have been overtaken by both Siren and my favorite hug bug, Subject 5.
Really?
Both of those two have elevated in my book, while my thoughts on Ringu have stayed mostly the same. And to be fair, she's never been a bad specimen. I was always kind of bored with her conceptually, but I found her general execution to actually be pretty strong. She was the first specimen to really shake things up with a strong atmosphere and design. Basically, the first actually scary specimen in the game. And with her unique evolved endless mode form,
God.
she's also one of the scariest specimens in the game by far, and arguably one of the biggest run killers. So what happened exactly? How did one of my least favorite main game specimens conceptually circumvent the whole process of making me like her in order to land in the top 5? She learned photography. Hey, it worked for Pokemon. It can
What?
work here, too. Keep that pose, darling. You look like $1 million. Or,
And here I thought you were gonna make a fatal frame joke. I am disappointed in you.
the Japanese currency.
Yen.
I think it's dong.
That's Vietnam.
You look like $1 million dong.
Stop saying that.
You look like $1 million dong. What the fuck?
See, this is it right here. She's a fatal frame reference now.
I'm done. I'm done. Do we actually just share a brain cell? It was a joke. Spoke too fucking soon, Poso. Oh my god, okay.
Now too, which, if you really think about it, should warrant.
You know, maybe I should just write your scripts, because apparently we have the same brain length, brain cell, the brain stem, the brain. We have the same brainium in the cranium. Shit like that. Let's
name
go.
change.
Oh god. Fatal frame. I don't know, Wambu. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, I hate this, actually. Ringu constantly switches between a more defined version of her normal form with a creepy smile and her wicked-looking third form with the multiple arms and the slacked open
and the way that the blurry effects... Oh, that's so good.
jaw and the twitching. Her new theme has her creaking and moaning over what sounds like a distorted organ that descends and swells at random.
Yeah, that is a
There's
massive
static
no.
dome around you that is constantly and rapidly closing in on you. Once it gets close enough to touch, it resets with the sound of a camera and starts closing in on you again. The static barrier in particular is just such an evil part of evolved Ringu's design. Take one of the more high damaging specimens in the game and give her the most vision impairing ability in the game. And guess what? She's not a weeping angel, but she will go faster if you're not looking at her. And since she already phases through walls, getting her off your back.
Johnny, don't you have a record of saying things before it happens? I weirdly have a long track record of doing that. I did it all the time when I played Danganronpa. I kept making jokes and stuff, but to pull from a late 2000s anime, y'all are on the same madness wavelength. I sadly do not get that reference.
Is virtually impossible while she's chasing you. It's obnoxious on its own, but try to imagine her chase alongside other specimens. Like Parasite, who requires you to go slower. Or Terziak, where you have obstacles in front of you to hit.
Really
or Hook Doll, because apparently I don't need to fucking see. I don't need my eyes. I'm fine without those. I feel like I'm losing my mind. How do you feel about all this, Spooky?
Evolved Ringu. Whoa.
I feel that, but also, you're literally the worst.
Whoa.
I feel that.
I feel like that should be a soundbite on its own. Just what?
But also, you're literally the worst feature I've ever had. Oh my god. Anyway, it would be a stretch to say that I like Evolved Ringu better than the Bag Boy, Hook Doll, or even Wormy Charles. In fact, I'll just say it, I like those three more. But Ringu holds a place that no other specimen holds. She's my goddamn enemy. I've survived her shit plenty of times before, but I'm never confident in my ability to handle her. Especially if she's got other specimens teaming up with her. No matter the run, if she's on the rechase cycle, I don't feel safe. And that's something not even the specimens who landed above her can claim. She's not getting any higher, because I still find her to be one of the less intriguing specimens in the game, but she's clearly had a lot of time and love and thought in her design. Ringu is a damn good specimen. I will be big enough to admit that, but I will do it very begrudgingly. Ugh, I hate having the integrity to qualitatively assess my negative feelings on a piece of media as actually being a feature rather than a flaw. Why can't I just say that I don't like it, therefore it sucks? That would be so much easier.
Yeah, well, that's tough. Say, if you're not using your eyes, does that mean I can have them?
Back the fuck off.
Just... No, you cannot have this.
Spooky, you look... What's on your head?
What?
It's thematically appropriate.
Literally how? That's fucked up.
You did not joke when you said that this video was, like, had darker humor than normal. 'Cause holy fuck! That's a goddamn... You know what? Hats off to you, Wambu. Hats off to you. That is a ballsy-ass reference to make.
The final Weeping Angel finally rears his ugly head, and his ugly hands, and feet, and his ugly set of like a million teeth. And not only is he the third Weeping Angel, he's the best one. Yeah, I mean it. Friendship ended with Ben the Merchant. Scary Teeth Boy is now my best friend. And this is a little surprising at first. His brother Ben has a much more fleshed out locale and developed backstory, on top of being a generally higher damage dealer too. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? His sister Lisa has a more frightening build-up and is generally more standout, and yet Hanged Man still comes away the sneaky MVP, at least in my eyes. The first reason for this is pretty simple. He's the scariest looking one. Like, I'm sorry, it's not even close. Dude's just so fucked up. The other reasons lie in the fine details, both in the gameplay and the narrative of the Karamari DLC. First of all, when I called him the sneaky MVP, I mean that in more ways than one. Dude's the sneakiest motherfucker. and it's due to a design choice that I'm not even sure was deliberate. I've
Okay.
talked a little about chase themes throughout this video. You know, Terziak has a jungly sounding one, Evolved Ringoose is all creepy and discordant, and Parasite has the one where my eyes start crying on their own, and there's like bleeding rashes all over my body, and I start to claw at my face, and after a while, the blood starts coming out of my eyes as well. I'm just over here looking like the Despicable Me soap dispenser.
What on earth are you talking about?
That could just be a me thing. It's all subjective, really. The point is, Hanged Man has them
Sorry, that fried my brain for a bit there. Okay.
too, and his is subtle as a brick. Right off the bat, he just screams at you. And that alone is pretty startling, right? Like, you could just imagine him popping up at random and you just jump at the sudden noise. But the chase themes don't always play. Sometimes the specimens show up without the themes, and that's not usually a problem because they all have audio or visual cues. A bunch of them bust down the entry door, some of them have visual effects, even Ben has a little laugh he does right before jumping you. If Hanged Man does not scream at you upon starting a chase, he makes no noise at all. Maybe you'll just be walking or you'll be focused on another specimen and all of a sudden your health is chunked.
Oh God.
I've had way too many close calls with Hanged Man purely for this reason. He doesn't do much damage, thankfully, so as of right now, I've yet to lose a run to him. But one day, I definitely will. He's gotten so close so many times. One day, I'll narrowly survive a really close encounter and he'll just finish me off because I won't even notice he's there. And that thought fucks me up. You guys notice how in a bunch of this gameplay footage, I've been turning around at the start of every room? That's because of him. It's because I know he might just show up at any random moment. I think he's the only
He made you paranoid, which is the sign of a very good monster.
specimen in the entire game to just randomly cement a habit like that in me. So yeah, he's genuinely my favorite Weeping Angel in terms of game design, but there's still the conceptual narrative element to discuss, and I think for that, we may have to dive into the lore of Karamari a bit. Is that okay with you? I know that stuff might be a little traumatizing for you.
The past is the past.
It's just that, you know,
Hi.
a lot of people you cared about died horribly.
The past is the past. Yes, sir.
Can you take off the hat, please?
Nope.
Far below Spooky's mansion lies a hospital, one
Hi.
that was seemingly abandoned after the staff committed really atrocious acts of violence against their patients without even really being conscious of it, removing their organs, impaling them with hospital equipment, and canceling prescriptions. This isn't fucking cool. I need my antidepressants, okay? They're helpful, and
Also, why do you keep placing the siren there with, like, the surgery mask? Why do you keep doing that?
I'm not saying to be cavalier about drug dependency. It's important to see a psychiatrist, figure out all the proper medication
The
and
therapy
dosage
cat.
and whatnot. Take care of oneself, but also be responsible. Sorry, I lost the plot. My point is, give me my fucking meds. Locked away in the hospital's secret basement
Hey, joke's on you. I have mine.
is where Hanged Man resides as one of the only remaining human victims. None of the notes seem to allude to him, but whatever happened left him as an undying mutated
Mickey
cannibal
Corner.
with the perpetual desire to consume more and more. It's super fucked up on a conceptual level, though even with the DLC, he's not expanded on too much beyond a pretty short encounter. Still, you have to wonder what happened where the hospital staff just locked a lone patient in the secret recesses of the lab. The hospital is home to a few of the Undying at this point, but the spooky security guard likely worked at the hospital beforehand. The body bag was probably put in the morgue as a corpse. Hanged Man looks like a patient, and yet his isolation seems very purposeful. I'm almost certainly doing my overthinking thing again, but it's all just so implicitly messed up, and sometimes it's admittedly kind of creepier to not spell things out and just let the imagination take the wheel. Hanged Man seems like a
Dark worms scream inside my brain, begging me to eat again. Hearts and blood, and bile and soil, I must consume to end turmoil. Okay, so kind of a parasite thing, maybe?
terrible tragedy that was buried on purpose. We were never supposed to uncover him, and we're not destined to know more about him now that he's here. And, I don't suppose you know more about him either, do you?
Nope, not a clue.
You ready for top 3 then?
I sure am.
Then take
Alright, let's
off
go.
the hat!
Okay, I wonder what's left.
Spooky. Spooky.
What?
I'm scared.
A Pixelated Nightmare? That indie horror game originally released in 2012?
I mean,
God
yeah,
damn it.
but you weren't supposed to get it that quickly.
Wait,
oh,
what?
I got it, all right.
What?
It's mine!
God damn it, not again.
That's just whiteface. That is not an inspiration. It's not even plagiarism. That's just whiteface. What?
Digital whiteface? Dangerously problematic. This is very offensive to... well, not me. I'm generally multi-chromatic, but maybe to someone. Hey, Spooky.
No, it's not. Not to anyone.
Thank you
Also,
for hydration.
Damn. I wanted to devolve into woke hyper-moralizing, but it looks like that's gonna have to wait. I never get to have any fun. Yes, indeed,
Hey,
it's
oh, what was that? What was that?
thing, but it looks like that's gonna have to wait. I never
I'm so mad. Here's a sign about it, and love the flag.
get to have any fun. Yes, indeed, it seems like we have another specimen who's been taken from another game, and even more blatantly so than Lisa. There's no heavily inspired by tag next to him. In fact, there's pretty much no pretense of this guy being an original creature. It's Whiteface from I'm Scared, taken right from the source and adapted into a new game, which begs the question, who is straight white male face, and why am I scared of him? Am I scared of all straight white men?
Do I frighten you?
well, are you?
Well, then again, no, I'm bisexual, so I don't count.
I'm Scared is basically the OG pixel horror fourth wall breaky game. If you've ever played a game that remembers your saves or requires you to mess with computer files, this is basically the one that walked so those games could run. Say thank you, Undertale fans. Thank you. You too,
thank you,
Doki
I'm
Doki fans.
scared.
And you guys, the one-shot fans in the back, you're not off the hook for this either. Say thank you, damn it.
Wambu.
Right, sorry. Describing the different set pieces and
God.
narrative beats of I'm Scared would likely take a while, but if any game is qualified to plagiarize it, it's this one.
Free agent, Wambu. Come on, we talked about this.
They're not free agents, their games just ended.
And you want them to be starving and homeless just because of that?
I mean, I just figured they wouldn't even exist outside their own fiction.
Says the one collaborating with Spooky from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion.
Okay, point surprisingly taken.
Okay.
Now, obviously, to an extent, it's hard for me to conceptually appreciate specimens who aren't original ideas, but I do like that this game at least tries to put a new spin on them. With Lisa, it was a little counterintuitive because in her original game, she'd kill you when you turned around to look at her. Here, you're just eyeing her up and moonwalking away. The way they implemented Whiteface makes a lot more sense. His first appearance is really jarring and haunting. You're just roaming the halls and then all of a sudden... the walls pixelate
Well,
even
that's not-
further, and
Ugh.
this spooky chime plays. If you
Oh, that's not unsettling at all.
turn around, you can sometimes see Whiteface just chilling there before anything even happens. From there, things go real quiet. You're just exploring the halls in silence with these bloody vines hanging down. You might not notice at first, but Whiteface is still in the room with you. While he doesn't have a chase theme at this point, you could still hear him through his pixelated rasping. And very often you'll hear him coming closer, faster and faster, until he finally reveals himself.
Oh,
If you
God.
manage to dodge him for long enough, he'll teleport somewhere else and start approaching again. It's a very different dynamic from a normal chase. You usually won't see him at the start of a room, but you have the knowledge that he's somewhere and he's closing in. And in order to properly anticipate him, you'll have to trust your hearing as much as your vision. Other specimens can join in too, but even just on his own, Whiteface has one of the most atmospherically intense and anxiety-inducing chases in the whole game, and I
Oh.
really love him for that. Check this out though. If you have
Okay.
to die to any specimen, make sure it's Whiteface, because what happens is just so sick.
Alright. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no!
Is that another doll?
Seems like it.
I'll watch over it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, you do that. Anyway, there's so many cool things about this section. The doll hanging up there normally says the name of the player, though for me it just said owner. Howdy doody everyone, owner here. I'm in trouble. From here we're given a prompt. The hint is when Whiteface tells you that your body is all closed up. If you get it wrong, the game crashes, but if you type open.
Wambu, I ruined it.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
Spooky.
God.
It happens. You'll get it next time. After the
Ugh.
disembowelment jump scare, you're teleported to a fleshy hallway where Whiteface stalks you. And
Oh, so it's kind of like the food demon and the deer lord. Like you're teleported to another place.
it's apparently possible for other specimens to be here too, though I couldn't get footage of that happening. You only got 1 health, so take 1 hit and it's all over. But if you make it out, you can actually keep your endless run alive.
I just
Oh,
realized something.
Yeah?
If the hallway's made of flesh, and the doll on the noose is named after you, then would that imply the chase is actually happening in your own body?
I guess that would be the
Ugh.
implication, though I don't really know how it's possible for me to be inside of myself. I'm free. I'm alive. Ow, my body and psyche, I guess.
What?
I'll make this up to you, but in the meantime, howdy doody everyone, Wambu here. Yo.
Okay, nope, this ain't happening.
Yo, you and me, we should collaborate sometime. I'm all about it. Well, it was wonderful meeting you. Aw, man, I like
okay. We couldn't have Wambu here. That would have been way too much.
I really hate having to do this, especially this high on the ranking.
Top 2, let's go.
You know, I'm not really sure, but could you pull up YouTube on that TV over there?
Oh yeah, sure thing.
To explain my general tone throughout this entry, I'm going to have to give y'all a bit of context. God, if there was one specimen in this game that was such a head-destroyingly wasted opportunity from a design standpoint, it was definitely Specimen 8. Yeah, so this is not true anymore. Things change.
Fine. I guess you are my little podcast.
For example, the TV has now changed to broken. Miraculously, not too long after my last Spookies
I still couldn't believe that he actually recorded that. Like, I fucking love Oscar.
video came out, the Deer Lord got patched, and his chase was massively improved by the
Okay.
inclusion of the warp gate.
Oh,
allowing
God!
him to speed towards you if he's obstructed by a wall. I love this change, and frankly, I think I deserve a little bit of credit here.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, this was all Sheena.
And the rest of Albino Moose games. I don't want to forget them either.
Deer Lord was once the most underwhelming
Oh,
chase in
God.
the game, and now he's
That visuals of like the red gateway open, just rushing. Like, they could have just done like a quick, like just facing through the wall. That is though like a really good creepy like imagery. That's really cool.
got one of the better ones. The point here, guys, is that things get better. Miracles do happen, and sometimes they
Oh, yeah.
happen again. Lightning strikes twice. I can make it happen.
You don't
Oh.
need.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Let me get you a little side profile there. What in the Bloodborne and Silent Hill collaboration is that? Holy shit! Oh God!
Why am I suffer? Just to suffer? I don't remember how the quote goes.
I think you're nailing it, but it begs the question, why am you suffer?
Right, Deer Lord is pretty unanimously the coolest looking specimen in the game, yet
Yeah.
when I talked about him all those years ago, I was pretty sharply critical. I bring this up about Deer Lord because I feel like Ghost Cow is immediately impressive in a similar way.
God.
Straight out the gate, this is one of Kira's freakiest monster designs
Yeah.
ever. And given that I played Lost in Vivo, Uktena 64, and Lunacid, that's saying something.
Okay, really? You
Okay, Wambu, you gotta link me to those games because those look freaking awesome. Please tell me where you found those.
make fun of me for definitely
Like
not being
DM me or
immensely
something.
afraid
Sorry.
of Rebecca.
Saying something.
Okay, really? You make fun of me for definitely not being immensely afraid of Rebecca Black, but you're gonna freak out over my pet cow.
Your pet cow?
Pet cow!
The one with the bloodshot eyes and mangled legs? The one dangling upside down from a miraculous eye-mouth hybrid?
He was a normal cow when I got him.
He was a normal cow when you got him.
Yeah, but this is before our discussion about how I abominate every living thing around me.
You're right. This is my fault for being surprised at this point.
Note to self: no, everyone, please write this down. Never give Spooky never let Spooky be in charge of anything. No, chimeras are not good pets! If Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood have taught me anything, no, they're not!
On top of Ghost Cow's insane design, each time it shows up, the room changes into that of Karamari Hospital's isolation room. It's also surreal. The ceilings disappear, the walls become metal and sorta cage-like, and there's nothing to see beyond the world other than a black void. So it really does kill me to say that similar to Dear Lord pre-Warpgate, Ghost Cow is a non-threat. He's slower than most chase specimens, he doesn't do much damage, and most offensively, he's completely susceptible to the axe.
Really?
If you've got him in a room solo, you could just kill him and end the chase. Genuinely, in every other way, Ghost Cow is great. Kinda like the Taker from the main game, his presence seems almost kinda random at first, but also like Taker, there's a higher concept bubbling under the surface. With Ghost Cow in particular, the gruesome details just revealed themselves more and more as I dug into the story of Karamari. A hospital resides under the mansion. The staff starts committing these heinous acts of cruelty without any real reason or memory. At first, this seems to be explained by a virus that overcame the facility, leading to all the events that gave us all these horrifying specimens in the first place. But for the doctors themselves, something a little more complicated was going on.
Have you all heard of mad cow disease?
Spooky, I wasn't done.
It's when you feel yourself fading into the back of your own subconscious as your body acts on its most horrendous impulses. Your very being gives way to atrocities, only dreamed of in the most malignant of minds. You have but only a tenuous grip on your own autonomy, as each fade to blackness causes your reality to become a waking nightmare. Not for you, but for everyone and everything you love. You've been possessed by a very mean cow.
Excuse me a bit. Alright, I'm back. What Mickey said.
If you are left
How did that actually look on camera? I don't actually know if you could actually see me over there. I guess you could.
alone are experiencing any of the previous symptoms, call now or visit locally at Spooky's Funtime Bovine Exterminator for gifted children.
Okay, I have several questions and I want none of them answered. What
None.
Spooky was saying is exactly right though. At first, Ghost Cow just seems like another creature inhabiting the facility, but his game over screen sheds a whole new light.
Okay. Your fear allows me to enter your mind. Your obligation allows me to control your hands. Your reason allows me to break your eyes. Your guilt allows me to loosen your back. Your expectation allows me to hide the truth. Your tendencies have allowed me to make you.
On what happens in the notes. The text we see describes the nature of his power, how he takes over people's minds, brings all sorts of brutal behaviors out of them, and then makes them forget completely.
I like to read the spooky script. Shut up.
Arguably.
Also, I'm impatient.
From a lore standpoint, Ghost Cow is the most dangerous specimen in the entire game. His actions can be as brutal as removing someone's liver, or as subtle as slipping them hallucinogens.
At least I'm not in joking.
But he can do it through the vessel of someone else, giving him total anonymity and freeing himself of consequence. Now, Ghost Cow isn't the main antagonist of Karamari, because he's a byproduct of a larger virus overtaking the hospital, but his presence alone dooms the place. No one can be safe. No one can trust anyone else, not even themselves. All because of Ghost Cow. He's ruthless. He's manipulative. He will break down people's minds and bodies until they're as violent as him, and then just leave them in the fallout. And there is no stopping him. Except for, well...
Except
did
for
it.
that.
I killed him. If only that hospital had me, a rando with a normal axe. You see why this sucks now? I spent all that time convincing you he was cool, and for what? It sucks to be harsh to a specimen who otherwise is really good. And jokes aside, I was really lucky that Dear Lord changed shortly after my complaints last time. It'd be kind of spoiled of me to expect the same thing to happen here. But regardless, I think even with these game design choices I don't like, I'd regret not sticking Ghost Cow in the number 2 spot. But he was never gonna make number 1. None of these guys were.
What is
you
number
wanna know
1?
Who did, though?
I'd like to thank the Academy.
It's not you either.
Oh, what, can I keep this trophy?
It's not mine, so sure.
I win then.
I guess I'm happy for her.
Spooky was such an amazing addition to this video.
Anyway, here's number 1.
Okay, what is number 1? What is it?
Ah, the familiar feeling of finality. How it enriches my soul and imparts feelings of unanimity in my dingus.
I'm sorry, what?
I hope things have been fun for y'all. I don't know if I made this apparent, but I really wanted to make this list special in particular, both for the new viewers and the returning fans who more than likely saw my previous Spookies list. Y'all had requested this for a long time, and if you're new here, then take my word that y'all had requested this for a long time. I spent ages planning this thing. I made a Dear Lord avatar for myself, and I even got Spooky.
You got what?
I was about to say, I got you.
You got what?
I got...
You even got what?
annoyed.
Oh, maybe you should have skipped that part.
And suddenly I can't wait for it to all be over. The unfortunate thing, though, is that after coming all this way, I would inevitably have to reveal that this was never much of a contest.
Alright, what is it?
If you don't know what that music means, on God, I don't know how to prepare you for this.
Alright. I have several questions. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep the questions until I see. Okay. What?
This looks like a fucking prank. I'm not trolling or anything. He's a kid in a ghost costume, his name is Spooper, and he's the best specimen on this list by far. Scout's honor. I'll go under oath.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Don't put 2 and 2 together, huh?
No. Stella Luna, I'm so sorry.
Was it worth it, though?
Obviously no. Spooper really doesn't seem like much at first. In fact, I was charmed by him the first time around. But very quickly, things become tense. It's sort of a weird idiosyncrasy of games without dialogue. You can't say anything to him, and he can't say anything to you, so you just kind of stare at each other. Which, hey, I can understand that. Me IRL, TBH.
I don't see what's so tense about that.
Wambu, did you just turn? Did you just... Oh god.
Okay, it's weird.
I told you. Problem here is that Spooper always stands in front of the door, and if you want to get him out of the way, you really only have one option. Yep, that's child murder again. Throw it on the pile.
Okay.
Pile for this the whole time? Ow!
Enter the next room, and now he's back. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, little man? But then things start getting weirder. Each time Spooper reappears at the exit door, he becomes more tattered and bloody. And on top of that, it becomes more and more clear that there is not a humanoid creature under that blanket. In his bloodiest state, you can see what looks like a big eye staring at you from his chest cavity. Still, all he does is stare at you and block the doors. You've got no choice but to keep clearing him away with the axe, and all the while it feels like it's gonna reach some sort of boiling point, and then he leaves. Sort of.
What do you mean, sort of?
The walls, floor, and ceiling all become covered with dirt and grime. And apart from occasionally flashing in to look at you, Spooper is gone. He's not even chasing you. No, instead, it's the air in the room that's killing you. Whatever's happening here, it's decaying your health very slowly. And you guys want to know what it actually is? Because I don't think y'all are ready to know his kill method.
Okay.
No, he doesn't nuke you. And it's not radiation either.
Dental problems.
No.
Financial drain? coinage?
Why do you keep guessing? You know it already.
I've got a lot of guys to keep track of, okay? You fans remember everything about every character, and I just wake up in the morning, and it turns out I have a specimen named Bab.
Okay, well, I guess to jog your memory, Spooper's kill method is... it's that. Oh, jeez.
I remember now.
What is that?
Impregnation
I'm sorry. What?
internal bleeding. Spooper loves doing that.
Yeah, unfortunately, the room you're in isn't just dirtier, it's infested with spores, infecting the player and forming a fetus inside of them.
Speaking of which, can I throw that on the pile?
I guess.
How did you even come up with that?
I'm not using it.
Yay, new friend!
Anyway, as long as you're
2 hour oh my god, it's
in Spooper's
I'm
room,
sorry.
your health will continue to decay, meaning there's no automatic healing here whatsoever. I didn't really touch on this much before, but typically in moments of crisis, it's considered optimal to try and stall any damage being taken until the game can automatically heal you back up. That's not an option here. Spend too long in Spooper's room or take a hit from another specimen, and that health is gone until Spooper decides to leave. And he is not consistent with how long he stays.
God.
That vomit I played earlier takes a chunk of health, but it only happens if there are no other specimens chasing you. Then there's the other side of the coin here, when there are other specimens around. Taking damage from another specimen during a time where your health is constantly in decay is a devastating blow to your chances of survival. Every room that Spooper sticks around becomes increasingly more stressful, as you just keep seeing your health bar tick down and down, knowing you could have had so much more time if you just didn't get hit earlier. And if you're exceptionally unlucky, the other specimens can chunk you down and then leave, allowing Spooper to just vomit you to death. Balancing a specimen like that, who is inevitably going to do damage to you, is not easy, and very rarely you will get moments that are unfair. But for the most part, I think Spooper is done wonderfully. So many encounters I've had with him result in some of the most intensely close shaves I've ever had in endless mode. And close shaves are great, because I can't stand having facial hair. This is what I look like with facial hair. You don't want it. I don't
And
want it. It's a travesty. The world is worse for this. I also want to mention during Spooper's chase, there's sometimes this weird pink parasitic eyeball guy who floats around. A lot of people, including the writers of the wiki, have cited this as Spooper's true form, but from what Kira has told me themselves, that wasn't actually the intention, meaning we still don't know what Spooper looks like under that blanket. It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up how fucking awesome Spooper is. How simultaneously morbid, gruesome, dangerous, suspenseful, and kinda endearing he is.
Spooper really is the best one. I agree completely. Coolest guy ever, never did anything wrong.
I mean, I wish he would stop impregnating me.
Boys will be boys.
I don't even have a womb.
Gotta be creative.
boys will be boys. Oh boy.
The unborn fetuses just shoot out of my basin like a cannonball.
Well, that sounds like a skill issue.
Okay. But like I said, this wasn't much of a contest. Ghost Cow, Whiteface, they both had good showings. Hell, I even got to invent a new backstory to make Body Bag more interesting. Despite it all, Spooper ran away with the #1 spot. Even if we factored in the main game also, there's only a few specimens I think could even hold a candle. But at this point, there's no real reason for me to just make like a big conglomerate list where I rank all the specimens I've ever talked about.
You're gonna do it right now, aren't you?
I'm gonna do it right now. I'll chime in for any quick explanation.
Oh boy, here we go.
Otter the Otter, Babyface, Becca Goop, Lisa, Ringu, Terziak, Cardboard Cutout, Subject 5. Hold it! I've only grown to love this guy even more. Being one of the faster main game specimens, I definitely underestimated how threatening he could be in the context of Endless Mode. Still, some of my criticisms hold. I love him a lot, I'm not all that scared of him. Alright, now I continue. Siren, hold it! Well, that was fast. Most Improved award definitely goes to Siren. The chase is a whole lot more interesting now, thanks to a notable change in level design, and in Siren's behavior during the chase. Only problem now is that, like Lisa, she massively overstays her welcome. Okay, let's continue. Wormy Charles, Ben the Merchant, Hooked Doll, Body Bag, hold it! Oh my god, this is...
What? Did you do all of those like the quickly rambling off of the names? Did you do like all in one take? It sounds like you did at one take. It did not sound like you're just Name cut, name cut, name cut. It doesn't sound like you did that.
Is already getting old. Look, even though I got spooky in the video, that whole backstory I made up, it's basically just headcanon, unless the community, like, really runs with it. Either way, I'm gonna keep loving this dude, and I thank both Kira and Sheena for giving me permission to apply my own silly creativity to him. Okay, let's go. Evolve Ringu, take her, hold it! Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Thoughts mostly unchanged. Just wanted to say, I was onto something with that World War II shit. Play Dollhouse if you don't believe me. Okay, here we go. The mansion, Hangman, Food Demon, hold it. If there's one specimen I lowballed in my previous list, it was probably this guy. I think it made sense at the time, given that I only factored in the main game, but Endless Mode and my interview with Kira did a lot to make this specimen grow on me. I think my generally underwhelmed feelings about his design caused me to underrate the other good things he actually had to offer. So I'm gonna remedy that now. Oh, we're getting close. Whiteface, bam. Ghost Cow, look, I'm just gonna interject for the rest of these, okay? One thing I forgot to mention, Ghost Cow's distorted mooing is done by one Roxy K. Roxy K is Kira's dog. Ghost Cow is voiced by Kira's dog. Anyway, the next 4 specimens are all my absolute faves. I go back and forth on how I'd rank them at this point. They could all be number 1, but here's what I've got at the moment. Dear Lord. Dear Lord did a lot to improve since I last talked about him. The Warp Gate mechanic alone elevated him to one of the coolest characters in the game. Despite that, he landed in relatively the same spot, and the reason for that is because of this fucking guy. In the main game, Parasite is a very interesting and very literal change of pace, but in Endless Mode, oh, he's a straight up run killer. Getting him alongside any of the faster specimens is a nightmare. Also, in my last list, I said that I had 3 suspects for who the main bad guy of the game was going to be. Cardboard Cutouts and the Taker were the first 2, and Shitty Eel Bitch was the 3rd. You're welcome for answering that question many years too late. Wall of Flesh. It's not a Terraria reference. I proved.
The amount of people who went on and on and on about, is that a Terraria reference?
This in the interview. I won this argument already. Stop telling me it's a Terraria reference. All right, listen, it was kind of head-assed of me in retrospect to describe this section of the game as a literal therapy session, but it is genuinely a nice moment of compassion towards the player. It's a strange, surreal, and kind of warm vibe that no other specimen in the game really even attempts, much less lands on. Furthermore, I've become friends with Kira since I made that original list, and I've dug into their broader works as a result. The things I love about Wall of Flesh are arguably even more present in some of their subsequent work, like Lost in Vivo, Uktena 64, and Lunacid. So on top of being a great specimen, Wall of Flesh really exemplifies what I like about Kira as a developer. That being said, Spooper is number 1, for all the reasons I mentioned earlier.
Going from a psychologically, like, teasing and, like, warping Wall of Flesh with Therapy Cat to Sheet Ghost. I know Spooper is not just a Sheet Ghost, but just the joke is there.
Earlier. And that wraps everything up. Thank you to Rom M for making the chase themes, to AMG Sheena and Albino Moose Games for facilitating the HD version of Spookies, to Fawfy for buying me this game all the way back in 2020, to Wave for helping edit the Hanged Man and Body Bag entries, and to Kira for agreeing to be in this video, playing the canonical character of Spooky, for being the original creative mind behind this whole game in the first place, and for being a great friend. This game has really had, like, such a positive impact on my life in ways that I could not have possibly imagined. And while I'm a little sad to be putting it behind me like this, it's been a total blast. And I hope I've had a positive influence on this relatively niche horror community. What about you, Spooky? What are you gonna do now?
To be honest, I'm thinking Arby's.
Sounds gross. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. With the countdown finished, the specimens trapped within the mansion can now live their lives without being arbitrarily ranked by some YouTuber with a Pokemon avatar. Wambu has moved on to new games, but will still take months on end to upload. Mood. Somehow, despite all the nonsense within the video, you watched it all. Indeed I did. Okay. And thank you for making it. So that took 2 hours. Okay, I might as well say it. I am going to end the stream after we're done here. But now I'm just considering if I should put this on the VOD channel or just upload this entire goddamn thing on my YouTube channel, because I might as well. Of course, Wambu, it was an absolute fucking pleasure and a delight to watch it. And it was so much a pleasure to have you along with me for it. Rarely do I think that you can, like, watch a video and have the literal creator watching along with you. So, yeah, this was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And Mickey's screaming at it to put it on the VOD channel. Alright. Oh, goodness. This is definitely a video I'm going to return to in the future and just rewatch the hell out of. Because I know I missed a lot of stuff because of my rambling. But yeah, just Wambu, once again, Wambu. I'm gonna freaking blow some smoke up your ass for a quick bit here. Wambu, you have once again proven that even though you may, like you said yourself, you may take some months, you may take some time to put out a video. You've proven that despite that, it is goddamn worth waiting for. And if any of you are somehow watching on YouTube, if you are somehow not subscribed to this man, to this lantern, to this little chandelier, go out and do that, because goddamn, the Wamboy is really good at what he does. I hope you enjoyed the stuff. Alright. A special thanks to all my patrons who shall be listed here. And once again, my dear friend, the Johnny reaction is always the highlights of stop it, you. Stop it. Just stop it. Also, quick side note, not only is Wamboy a good YouTuber, he's also a good Risk of Rain 2 tutor. Also, the sound thieves have not been working this. Never mind. Yeah, okay. You know what? You know what, chat? Just for that, look. If you look into the emotes, you will be able to find this thing. Feel free to spam it. They'll let me do it. No, I'm not flubbing. I'm just rambling. But alright. Thank you all so very much for watching, my dear friends. And again, go into the description below for a link to the original video and go and support this lovely boy right here. Check out the original video. Check out all of the Wambu's videos because they are also so much fun. They are great works. Partially inspiring me to try and make my own top 10 stuff because it would be cool and fun. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you for calling both of us a good boys. What is that? Oh, it's the metal curb. Yeah, I didn't see what that was for a moment. But anyway, thank you all so very much for watching, my dear friends. Oh my god, I haven't done my outro in so freaking long. Thank you all so very much for watching. And never forget to treat yourselves once in a while because you goddamn deserve it. But until next time, my dear friends, my name is Johnny Ferno, and I'll see you guys next time. And for everyone here on stream, after that, now that the YouTube outro has been done, I'll see you all later. Thank you all so goddamn much for having been an amazing audience for this amazing time. And I'll see you guys later. Peace!